Hello everyone, and welcome to a top 10 video where I will be discussing the top 10 least scary Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. The rules of this will be based on their jump scares, just how they act, or overall mechanics. So, let's dive right in with number 10. And number 10 on my list is going to be one that's pretty well known, at least if you know FNAF 2. Of course, the first animatronic on my list is going to be Balloon Boy. So many people hate him, and what's he do when he enters your office? Just walks in, starts laughing, doing nothing, just laughing at you. You know, Foxy comes in, he's not scary. All he does is laughs and talks and hi and hello. He's more annoying than he is scary. And so that's why we will now move on to number 9. Now number 9 will be Normal Bonnie. Normal Bonnie just isn't really that scary if you think about it. I mean, I don't know why Scott thinks he's scary. All that he really does is just kinda wanders pizzeria, you know. Not to mention the mechanic behind him of, like, he can block your door and all that stuff. Whoa, animation. I mean, just look at this jump scare too. And if he enters your office while you're on the cameras, you hear a moaning sound. A moaning sound. You know someone's in your office. You know that someone's pretty much gonna take you out now. Alright, now moving on to a even less scary animatronic. Will put us at number 8. And this one, of course, would be Balloon Boy's sister, JJ. This one isn't even really scary, to be honest. This one just sits on your under your desk, you know? Doesn't do anything to kill you. It just stands there. Hopefully I can at least find a better... I can't believe this. Now, moving on will be one of my... Well, I like this animatronic, but he's just not very scary if you see him. Springtrap. Now, the reason I don't like Springtrap is because, well, he's cool. It's just, he's not scary. You know, I mean, people will say Springtrap's scary because, oh, look at the design. He's got purple guy crushed inside. But really, Springtrap isn't scary. I mean, if you were to watch his jump scare, let me see if I can find an animated thing here. Those are jump scare frames. But they're seriously just, they're lame. Plus, you can actually see him enter your office if you pay close enough attention, or you know he's gonna attack. Like, here's one jump scare. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go, see? That's one of his jump scares. Is just walking at you like that. Oh, and here's his other jump scare. He just does that. Which, that's the jump scare where you see him walk in. You can also expect him to walk in no matter what. Springtrap, you are not all that scary, but we can even see you walking. Now, moving on, we go down to number 6, which, of course, I honestly do not fear at all, but to be honest, once you think about it, this animatronic may have mystery behind it that kind of makes it scary, but it doesn't do much. The Marionette, or the puppet, depending on what you call it. There's many things it's called. Marionette, puppet, puppet master, all that stuff. But it really isn't scary. All you do to keep it at bay is wind up a music box and make sure you don't let it die. That's all you do to watch the Marionette. And what does it do? It just jumps at you. I know there's a lot of theories behind it and stuff, and the fact that a child's soul is in it and stuffs the other children into the animatronics, but it ain't scary. Now moving on to number 5 will be another animatronic similar to JJ. And this one, of course, would be none other than the only Shadow Bonnie. All it does is stand in your office in the corner doing nothing. You can even get a good example here. All it does is sit in the corner, nothing wrong. See? This animatronic just isn't scary. Moving on. Alright, moving on in the list here. We will be hitting number 4, which would of course be another animatronic that does pretty much nothing scary. Shadow Freddy. All that's scary about it is that staring at it in the parts and service room for too long will get you crashed. It's not that big a deal. Moving on to my number 3 would be another Fun is Free animatronic, which is of course the Phantom Marionette. Okay, I know I'm about to get a lot of hate comments for this, but hear me out. You get warnings of when this thing is gonna enter your office. You can clearly see the puppet on that camera, unless you really don't pay attention to that camera. But if you do pay attention to the camera, you clearly see that the puppet stands in the hallway. So you get a warning. Now, the noise. The noise, I could care less about the noise. Only thing that could be scary about the Phantom Marionette is how other animatronics can get you while it blocks your view and you can't check your cameras, which isn't all that scary. Moving on, we have my number 2. Which of course would be another Phantom Mangle. Phantom Mangle is just Mangle's phantom form. It sits on cameras, pops up its head outside your office. That is it. That is nowhere near scary. Trust me, I have actually seen scary. That's all that happens. And now we move on to the least scary animatronic because of the way it works. Because of how its mechanics of keeping it at bay and its mechanics of being stopped and how its jump scare works is what makes it number 1, Foxy from Five Nights 1. This guy just really isn't scary. I mean, you just keep an eye on him in this Pirate's Cove and he won't attack. And also, look at his jump scare. He just hops in your office like, hey, yo, bro, what's up? And this is why I believe Foxy is the not scariest animatronic. And so, therefore, that is my top 10 least scary animatronics list. Thank you all for watching and have a nice day.